just want to show you one of my favorite machines in the store. It's called the Luminaire XP3. It's a brother machine, and it's a really cool combo sewing and embroidery machine. It has really cool functions, right? So you can go to sewing, and you have different functions. It has lots of Disney embroidery as well. But one of my favorite usages of this machine, and what's really cool about it, is it has a scan function, and where you can draw on a piece of paper and then you can embroider your drawing. So this comes with a machine. It's kind of like a magnetic, like hoop, but it's just flat, not hollow, and where you can have like small magnets to put on paper. So what I want to show you, one of my favorite parts of it, is we go to My Design Center and we press on this leaf. So My Design Center, just preface, is just like a really cool feature on this machine and on brother machines in general, but mainly on the Luminaire and like the thing like the Luminaire is that you can edit. So you can draw something like this and then on the machine, and then you can embroider something like this. But what I like to use sometimes is the scan feature, because sometimes I like drawing on a piece of paper because it's easier for me to draw. So this feature, what's best at is like signatures or like line drawing. We want to make sure our drawings are very clear. Again, not the best with like gradients or colors, but it's it's time for Christmas, right? And you want to write your signature on something, and you wanted to embroider it. So we put that on a pillow. You draw your signature on a piece of paper, you scan it, ta-da! You have a Christmas gift. Then you go to your next part is you have three different options. You have image scan, line design, and illustration design. What we're gonna do is we're gonna click on line design and then scan. It's gonna say the attached to frame, which is this piece. And so I had a pre-drawing on there, it's flower. So we just press OK. Press scan. And then right now, it's gonna be scanning this area. It's a pretty large area scan, so right now the paper attached to it is a 6.5 by 11 piece of just regular paper. And so your drawings or signatures can be as large as this. Right, so for the next part, so after it's scanning, you get this page, which is the framing the image, and you see this red rectangle. This is where you can crop your image, and you want to fit it your hoop size. So today, we're going to use a 5x7 hoop, and in here, we want to be able to fit our drawing onto the screen, right? So you have these two numbers. This is your hoop, this are the measurements for this rectangle, and we want it to fit 5x7. So why don't we make it a lot smaller? And then, so that's gonna fit our 5x7 hoop. And then this small function right here is your grayscale function. So this is just so you can catch lighter opacity mark making, like if you're gonna draw with a pencil or Sharpie. But since we use Sharpie, it's pretty high density in our mark making. So we can just go like this, press OK. And so this is gonna be a preview of what's gonna stitch out. And so on to our next section. So right now, let's double check that our frame is a 5x7 by going onto our frame settings section. We go to 5x7. And you just press OK. And then now, we want to make sure it fits in there. And now we're back to the My Design Center, and then here, you can still edit, right? So you can still edit and add color to your image, or add some more marks. You can zoom in, right? So this is what it primarily looks like now. And then here you can change out some colors and things like that. But this is just, after you're drawing and you're like, oh, I want to add more stuff. This is a great opportunity to do that. So from here, you can press next. And then this will show you a better preview of what your stitches are going to come out to. This is your width of your stitches, so how they're going to come out this way. And then this is just your density of your stitches, how compact they're going to be. So here, you can change out, so if you go to make it lighter in their width, this inner part, since it's highlighted, is going to be smaller. But what if we want to do the whole image? We can click on this chain, and that highlights everything here. And so let's make it all 40. And now it's a lot thinner. The whole image is a lot thinner. So we press set. So now it's going to convert it to an embroidery pattern. On this section, if you press edit, you can move it around the screen. You can press OK. You can size it, make it smaller or bigger, depending on what you like. And then you can press OK. That resets everything if you want to. And then you can still do different things like rotating it, checking out different colors beforehand, what it'll come out to. So like, oh, what if I want to see what it looks like beforehand as pink? That's what it'll look like, right? We currently have this color on here, so I want to see what it looks like beforehand. It'll probably look similar to this. Alright, so we click on embroidery when we feel satisfied with our artwork. And then here is kind of our last step on the machine. We want to take this off and then insert our hoop, our 5x7 hoop that we're going to be using. Make sure it's secure. Alright, now it'll move, and then it'll grow green when it's ready, I mean. And then from here, this is one of my favorite functions on the Luminaire. Your projection feature, and this is what it's like, kind of something that the machine has over a lot of other embroidery machines. It has this really cool projection feature to tell you where it's gonna stitch into your image beforehand. So I really like it, so I feel comfortable in what I'm embroidering, on where I'm gonna embroider. And here you can still move your camera and projector anywhere you want to, but let's focus just on the flower. And then you just press OK. And then here you will see how long it's gonna take. It's gonna take 3 minutes. It's gonna take 1,614 stitches. And once we're ready, you can press start. So let's press the foot down, and then press the start button, and it'll embroider. Take this off, and now the drawing that you made is now embroidered. Ta-da!